Hello, welcome to the pet room, not the pet room, the pool room. I'm still tidying and sorting and finding things. Here is the shielding from something. At this moment, I don't have anything. It's either a 128 or an Amiga 500. It has to be. So maybe with this whole pile of stuff here, I can put it there. And here, this is definitely from a 64. It is smaller, has all the little fingers, but I recognize this one to be sure. And here, this too, does it look the same as, yeah, that's the same as the other, whatever the other is. Oh, look. There's a Commodore 64. Work, sit out. August 2017 key works, but something key game cart will not work. C64, dirty, talk to 1541. Interesting. Another 64 to be explored. Maybe I'll just set that here on the disk drive pile for the moment. Here's a sign dead, August 2014, fuse. I don't know what it goes to. Oh, not working, missing SID. World of Commodore find. Other person gave up. Huh, I wonder if that's that one. I don't know, well here's another shield. I'm really building quite the pile over there. That could be quite something, quite disastrous. Haha, now I know what this is for sure. That is from a Commodore 128. How do I know? Well, it has a place for a screw in the top. Also, it has fingers for 2 chips. So I'm going to set that there. I am. Now here's a bag of buttons to go upstairs. Maybe I'll make a new hat. I have a whole bunch that say, ideas start here. And happy St. Patrick's Day. And stuff. Anyway. Yes. I can go upstairs. We'll see what comes of this. Here's a bag with strange, wayward necklaces and things. That I'm going to donate all that to the fashion department at the school. Right here is a 1581 disk drive. No notes. Nothing. Does it work? I don't know. Alright, I'm going to carefully set it on the 1541 pile with the Commodore 64 on the top and hope that nothing bad happens. Oh, what is this? Here's a rather long cable. Wow. Alright, this looks like some kind of printer cable. And I'm not sure. I have to check the pins and check the pinouts and stuff. Remember, if you have an Amiga 1000, there's a weird thing on the printer port. Don't just plug another cable in. You got to make sure, because somehow there's voltage in a bad spot and you'll fry the printer. Here we have the top Although Big 20, is there? Oh, there's something attached to it. And it says, London, powers up, April 2019, power switch challenging. Interesting. Well, I don't know where the, oh, yeah, stop cables. Stop cables. I don't know where the Big 20 is at this moment. There's a keyboard. I wonder if that goes with the one I have upstairs. That had the trouble with the power switch. That's an interesting sort of foreground thing. That is not what I had in mind. Maybe I'll leave it there for a moment. I'll see. I'll see. Here we have the top of a Commodore 64. And no notes. All the keys are there. So it needs to be tested. Maybe I'll set that down here. Maybe, as this is really in the way, although interesting, maybe I'll just set that there as we keep rolling along here. Because really, until I get this more clear, I can't do much. Okay. There is a line cord. This works on all kinds of things. I don't think it's an original Commodore one, but oh well. Here. What is this? Looks like it's a phone cord. You know, I used to plug phones in. I kind of miss those days because there are times when you have a power failure. The phone still works. But now, if things go off, you're done. You're doomed. Cell phone's dead. Internet dead. Everything dead here. Now this is going to take a whole lot of exploration. It's a little bin. It is. And it has cables and connectors and chips and keys and screws. And I don't even know what looks like a socket thing. Anyway, that can sit here for the moment, but it's going to take quite, yeah, that in itself is going to take a long time to go through. And then, oh yes, here's a power supply for a 1581 or a 1541 too. I wonder if I can just set that there and not have it in the way. And of course the answer is no. I cannot. So maybe, with great care, I'll just stick it behind. Everything got to be gone through, one thing at a time. And here is the rail and the drive from an Amiga 2000. I recognize that easy enough. I'll set it here in the lid, the upside down leg of an Amiga 2000. Here is the cover from I think it's a 64. I should know. Anyway, I'll set it with the one here from the 128. And here, still wrapped up, are a couple of original Commodore cables. How do I know they're original Commodore cables? Where's the end? Look at the end on that. I've never seen any other RCA cable, except from Commodore, that has ends like that with that little knurling on the end. Anyway, I'll put those on top of the disk drive thing there. Let's see what's what now. Here's something. I put a lot of screwdrivers away, but this one, this is stop. This is a reasonably sized Phillips screwdriver, so I figure it's reasonable to keep it here. Yeah. This is a hard drive for an Amiga 500. I think it's the Commodore one, and I think it had trouble spinning up. This flange is placed under the bottom of the Amiga 500. Anyway, it's heavy, and I have a feeling it won't be long before I start opening some of these things up and looking inside, because they're probably not going to want to spin because of stiction, and I think there's some kind of rubber stuff inside that goes squirrely. And yeah, and I mean, if they're not going to work, they're not going to work. Me going in and trying to tidy that up isn't going to make it any worse, I don't think. All right, here is kind of an in basket. Oh, looky, looky. Here is the top of the hard drive that I just had. Where did I put that sucker? Put it over here. And it does look like it has the screws in it, which I should probably put elsewhere and in a bag, but I'm not going to, not at the moment. Oh, here's a VIC-20 cartridge. Maybe I should take that up and test it. It's Cosmic Cruncher. I think it's in there. Yep, it's in there. The box is not in the best of shape. But yeah, maybe, because I've been working on VIC-20s upstairs. Maybe I'll take this up, see what's what, and put it in a box of goodness. Oh, look. It's an unmarked disc. That, too, should go upstairs into the box of discs to be checked, which will be huge. There'll be more than one. Ah, looky, looky. Some 8.5 by 11 paper. Oh, and that, it needs to be kept kind of flat. It does. So I think I'll bring it over here to what will be the Christmas room. And I'll kind of move a couple things and get it where it can sit nice and flat, not be tormented. Oh, and this, of course, is a vintage wooden in basket, and I think it came from my dad, who worked at Canadian National Telecommunications, or Canadian National Telegraphs as it first was. So I put things in these things. So there I am with shorter and darker hair. I wonder if there's somewhere that could go. And I don't know. It might. There. I'll tuck that in there. Here's some, what's this say? C64 keyboard holding screws, too. And indeed, there's something in there. Here's a tape holder. A blank, empty thing, no tape. I'll take that upstairs where I've been doing things with tapes. Oh, yeah. Ooh, this too. Well, I don't know. This says it's Amiga 2.0 extras. I do have some 3.5-inch discs here. There's dust on here. Maybe I'll just stick it on the pile for the moment. What else is here? Oh, here's a little envelope. All it's marked is 8250. That can stay down here. Disc envelope. That can go upstairs. Alright, here is the user guide for Commodore 64. And it is the silver label version before they went to the rainbow. Oh, let's see here. More envelopes. 65. Bad, 6522, 6502. Screws, 128. Vic 20 case screws. And here's some little feet, which I will put, remember that little, I had a little container. I'll put them in that. Maybe I'll put these envelopes here too. They've got little wee parts. Oh yeah. This is a thing that a friend of my mother's drew like 30 years ago when she brought this dog home from Cuba. And I don't know if you can see it, but it says, "I want political asylum and I want it now." Anyway, that little dog, sweet little dog, oh, of course, lived a good long life, probably longer here than she would have in Cuba. But sadly, long ago, years ago, I woke up and she had died in the night, which was terrible, but better than having to make the decision. And she was fine. She had been fine. It just, I guess she was just, that was it. Anyway, here's some more. There I am. Shorter hair. Darker hair. Oh, put that up there. Oh, now here. Oh, looky. Here's a picture. Let's see how that holds up here. There I am, much shorter hair. And the little dog that I speak of, I had 3 crazy dogs. The little one, I guess, under my arm there, that's kind of tan and black, that was Boobert. She was the one from Cuba. And Ashley, is that Ashley? I think it is. Ashley's the standard poodle. She came from the United States. And Jessie, Springer Spaniel, she came from Thornhill. So they were all kind of, sort of, kind of rescues. Now here's some phone numbers for some help places that I don't really need to hold on to. Oh, here's a story. It was in the Toronto Star. Talks about when grad pranks tank. Anyway, here, let me see if I can get a better hold on that. See this here, that there, the picture there, this is not showing up very well, was the grad prank of the art students at Earl Hague Secondary School in 2007. It was a picture of the art teacher. This was their big grad prank. And they made it out of salt. They covered the floor down there in this black, I guess, kind of construction paper. And then I guess they traced it out. And then they went and got a whole bunch of salt. And there it is. It's funny because I saw them going down the hall with a whole bunch of salt in a shopping cart that I had borrowed, which they returned. And it never occurred to me to even think of stopping them, because really what they were doing was creative. And as I was quoted in that article, and I said, you spent 4 years at a place. Anybody can break things. So maybe I'll read this later. Anybody can break things, smash things, and do graffiti and do stupid things. Why don't you show your creativity and maybe something interesting of what you've learned? Here, oh, here's a picture. I used it as a kind of a business card. It's a bird. That's not showing up very well. There's the Toronto Maple Leaf gloves that I liked, and I cut into a little thing, kind of like a business card. Although my photography was always just for fun. Here's a cool thing from Batteries Included. An RS-232 interface for a Commodore 64, or I guess a VIC-20, or I guess a Commodore 128. This was great if you were going to use a different modem for a bulletin board. You dipple. I'll put that here too. So if you notice, I really haven't gotten rid of much of anything, but things are moving. And that is important to get the table clear. So then, of course, I can see about. I heard a noise. I really don't want to hear the sound of something going crash. Anyway, once I get the table empty, then of course, probably so, I can fill it up. So here we have the in basket, made of wood. Oh, what's that? Oh, I just put a piece of paper up there. And it doesn't want to stay. It was a photocopy of that article. All right. So I'm going to put the inbox down. So basically right now, I would say I have about maybe a third of the table kind of empty. That is not enough. Gotta get more. Although the rest of it is a lot less cluttered than it was. Look, here's a 1520 printer plotter. Does it work? I don't know. Probably not. But they were cool. Literally, it was kind of like when you would print them. Oh, great for printing directories for disks. Absolutely wonderful. They had little pens, and they would print, and you could hear it literally almost sounding like somebody using a little pen. Magical, beautiful, tremendous. Okay, here's I think the bottom of the SFD 1001 and a drive mechanism, and a whole whack of screws. And I don't want to lose the screws. Ooh, looky, will this fit here? Oh yeah. I'm just tucking this down into the opening of an SX64 between the handle and the monitor. So that can sit there. Although I'm afraid it's sticking out a bit. It might get me at one point. It might. There's something for recycling. Oh, here's a bunch of notes that make no sense. Was did. More recycling. Recycling indeed. Here is a beautiful MPS 802 printer. It's beautiful. It has a ribbon. It looks okay. I could maybe if I grab this power cord and find a place with power. Oh, okay. I could check and see if it seems to be working. Now the big power bar in front of me, I'm pretty sure I got it sale. I know it has no power because it's not plugged in. But down here, oh yeah, down here, there's a power bar. Oh, okay, we're in. If I turn it on, what happens? A red light comes on. That is not encouraging. And so to do the self-test, you're supposed to hold that button down and turn it on. And I'm doing that. And nothing is happening. So this printer, it's beautiful. But, hello. Don't break the cover. But it's not working. That is too bad. Oh, look. Here's the thing. I think it's a pet internal part of a keyboard. I think. Or maybe not. Maybe it's for a 64. Because there's just down at the end, there's just the 4 things. Excuse me. That look a lot like function keys. I'll just set that down. And here is a very strange thing. And I'm not sure what to do with it. I suppose I will have to Google it. It's a Creative Keys DM. It's a keyboard that seems to have some musical application. It does. Got funny things over here. Don't know what. It's got a very long base on it. Oh, but that. Oh, wait, that comes. Oh, dig this. Oh, what have I done? I dropped the cord. It's funny. I was looking, thinking it's just got a long front end. It's not just a long front end. It's got a keyboard underneath. Wow. I have no idea. Must be something. The plug on it looks like an old IBM something. Perhaps that is something worth Googling. And already my leg hit the SFD thing there. I'll try and push that in a bit more. Oh, no end of stuff. Treasures, perhaps. Okay. Let me check. Are we still recording? Oh, yeah. We're recording. As I said somewhere, I hope to find a little cover for that microphone. I also hope to find all the rest of there's stuffs that I took to the world of Commodore that I can't find. Like extra microphones, soldering irons, desoldering irons. Very strange. Very strange. I would like to think at some point I have that eureka moment. And I would not like to think that somebody made off with them. I would not like to think that. All right. So, this printer is not working. So I'm going to do something I shouldn't do. I put my foot on the power bar and I pulled the cord. Well, haha. And this printer, you know, even though it doesn't work, I don't want bad things to happen to it. Oh, look, there's a box. Oh, look, there's a box. Oh, my. There's some other interesting stuff here. A Winnipeg Jets hat. A funky pillow. So what I think I'm going to do is, I think I can do this safely, is for the moment, this dead printer. It's funny, this lamp doesn't actually have to be right there. It's not really be plugged in. It's not to be plugged in. Alright, this printer, which is beautiful, but not working, I'm going to put over here. Oh. So it can sit nicely, softly, beautifully. Here's some little boxes. I used to collect little boxes to ship things in. Wasn't a bad thing. Gotta be careful though. Oh, don't want to knock things down. Okay, now in the old days, oh, now this stuff, this might be handy. I'm not sure. This, I think I'll just be done with. This might be handy for chips. Alright, but that won't fit in my pocket. What I can do now, I have this black thing here, and it is basically a shower curtain. It's black and fabric, but it's full of dust, and it's full of stuff, and it doesn't need to be here. But what I can do is take it, open up the back door, and shake it. So I think I will. Anyway, so we're not there yet, but we're getting there. Thanks for coming. Have a lovely day, and we'll see you back here in the pool room. And who knows, you know, if I get into a real radical move, I'll get the table cleared off. I'll play a little pool. But right now, as I look around here, I would say we're now at, well, we're a lot close. Like the percentage is probably like 40% clear. But there's some big things that can move quickly. So there's hope. There is hope. There's always hope. Anyway, thanks for coming. We'll see you again soon back here somewhere. Bye for now.